What are the things that organized people do that you probably don't? You see, you may believe that people are born organized or they're super efficient. That actually isn't true. When you become organized, when you make yourself, almost force yourself to be organized, it changes everything. And when you know that you're organized, you know where things are, you can put your hands on things very quickly. You have a better start to your day. You're not in that panic of, where's the keys? Where's the passport? Where's the paper? I wrote those things down and now I can't find them. When you know where everything is because you are organized, you are much more productive. And when you can organize your stuff, you also find that you organize your thoughts. So keep watching, and I'm going to show you how to become more organized so you can set yourself up for success and be calmer. So how can you become more organized? How can you become an organized individual and set yourself up for success? What do organized people do? Well, first of all, they know where everything is. They never go, oh, where are the scissors? Oh my God, where's my passport? They make a point very early on of organizing their life. In my house, I film a lot. So I have a little kind of like a silverware drawer, if you like, where all things go. I know where batteries, I know where chargers are. For me, putting stuff away and making sure that people I work with me put everything where it's meant to go. You've heard that expression, a place for everything in its place. But when you're suddenly about to film or leave the house and you can't find your keys or the garage opener, or you've lost the address of where you're going, or you're doing something and you can't find your phone charger or your computer's died, you feel stressed and you make yourself look unprofessional. And so every time something goes wrong, I was doing a live webinar and the computer died, I shouldn't beat myself. I thought, you know what, that's a lesson. Not only shall I have my computer charged, I need to have the phone charger where it is. When you have kids, go, where's the charger? I don't know. You need to buy more. I have a phone charger and a laptop charger on every floor, and my husband is not allowed to move them. Do not move them. There's no need to move them. So when something is important, getting somewhere on time, filling up your car the day before you set off for a meeting, putting it in your sat nav and taking a look at where you're going first, reminding yourself of what you're doing. Organization means you prioritize. Tomorrow, I got a really important meeting and it's very early, so I'm going to lay my clothes out early, have some bullet points, memorizing, not wake up and think, oh, meeting. You need to be organized by organizing your thoughts, organizing your day, giving yourself notes, using bullet points, using notes on your phone. I now do something that's actually changed my life. When I see something I like, or I want to buy, or do, I put it on the notes on my phone. And I have 14 different categories, and I can always find it. I don't leave myself notes, or I don't have a bit of paper. I put it on the notes in my phone, and I can always find it. So reconsider your daily routine. What do you do first? Successful people do what they don't want to do first. Organized people organize their day ahead. They are organized for the next day, that day. They have things that make their life easy. They leave themselves notes. They put labels on things. They know what they're doing. And doing that yourself is a choice. You might think, oh, it's so difficult to lead an organized life. Actually, it isn't. It is a choice to lead an organized life. And when you keep everything in place, your life is so much easier. When you have a checklist, your life is easier. When you focus on one thing at a time, so let's imagine you've got 5 projects and you're working on that one and that one and that one. Focus your mind down, narrow down onto one thing. What I find is very helpful is saying the words narrow down. Right now I'm writing, I'm going to say narrow down, and that tells my mind everything must fade away. I'm narrowing my attention down onto one thing. I'm focused, I'm absorbed. You need to have a good sleep schedule. You need to massively declutter. And you need to be kind to yourself. When you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up. You know, I went away once and I forgot to pack my computer charger. I had the computer, no charger, but when I came home, I thought, you know what? I need to keep a computer charger in my case. Every time I travel and I forget something, I make a note in my phone, what did I forget? And I pack that. And I know I'll never forget it again. I was going somewhere once, a very important event. I was looking at my sat nav, it ran out of power. And I didn't have a charger in the car. I also didn't have any glasses. I couldn't look on a map. When I went home, I put a charger in the car and I put 2 pairs of glasses in the car and I never take them out of the car. That's how we stay organized. So how do I stay organized? Let me tell you some things I've done, little things that really make my life easy. When I have notes to myself in the house, I put them on a clipboard. You see, it's good. Where's that piece of paper? I wrote a phone number on the back of an envelope. I can't find it. I don't have bits of paper. I have bits of paper on a clipboard because I can find a clipboard faster than a piece of paper. I also use these kind of things. I don't have bits of paper, bits of envelopes. I put them in files. I may even put the file on the clipboard because I can find things. And one of the things about being disorganized is I don't know where anything is. I can't find the note. I can't find that phone number. I actually don't write notes on pieces of paper. I write them on my phone because I can find them. But if I need to write bullet points for myself about an event I'm going to, something I've got to remember, I put it on a clipboard and I can find it. The other thing I do is I make myself, force myself to put everything in one place. For me, it is my dining room table. When I come in, I put my keys there. I put my phone there. I put my laptop and my computer. If I'm going out paddleboarding, I put everything there. I know where everything is. I have a little thing. I put my phone in when I paddleboard, waterproof. When I come in, that goes back. I have a little place on my table where I put everything, my glasses, everything. And I always know they're there because I make myself. But my husband is like, where are my keys? Where's my wallet? Well, where did you put it? I don't know. So I gave him a little dish and I make him put things in it. And I put stuff in it. And it's made his life so much better. I have a section of the table. He has this lovely black bowl. And we make ourselves put stuff in it. If you always think, I can't find things, I'm always losing my key, the remote for the car, the door opener, then you need to have a place, even a hook, where you put them. And they're always there. I travel a lot. And what's made my life amazing, I'm going to show you something. So I bought this on Amazon. It's so cool. It's just some shelves. And when I travel, I fill this up. This bottom shelf has like leggings and socks and underwear. This might have tops or jeans or skirts. And this will have other stuff. And you can pack it. You can fill it up, close it up, just like that. Put it in your case. When I get to where I'm going, I just hang it up. I don't really ever have to unpack because I use these traveling shelves. I pack them, I unpack them, I keep them in my case. I never go, where are the traveling shelves? I lost the shelves, they are inside my case. I also travel a lot with little pouches like this. So in this pouch is all my swimwear, and also my sun cream and a baseball hat. When I'm going away, all I have to do is take that out of a drawer and put it in my case. I don't go, oh, where's the swimwear? Where's the Factor 25? Where's my hats? Where's my baseball cap? Where's my goggles? Where's my wrap? They're all in here. I know where they are. And in this one, I have all the flexes. I keep in my case a phone charger, a computer charger, and adapters. They are always there. And every time I travel, if I think of something I could have done with, I come back and pack it. So because I travel so much, I have 2 wheelie carry-on bags always packed. One is a city one is a beach one. So I was in Paris a little while ago, went up the Eiffel Tower. I was absolutely freezing. When I came home, I put a pashmina in my city carry-on bag. So that carry-on bag has a cashmere sweater. It has some socks. It has some flat shoes so I can walk on cobbles. It has a pashmina. It has the flexes like this. And then I always have, and it's made my life so easy, a little pouch full of all the stuff I need. A toothbrush, there's my toothbrush, coconut oil, I can use that to take makeup off. I can use it as a moisturizer. Everything I need when I travel is in here. And I just leave it in there all the time. So that's in my city bag. Then I have another one in my beach bag, and that has stuff like hats and Factor 25 and flip-flops and swimwear. So I never think, oh, I'm going away, what shall I pack? All my essentials are always packed. I just have to add in some clothes. I have some small hair irons in there too. I have multi-adapters. People say, how do you travel? So I said, because I'm always packed. Recently, I went from Los Angeles literally to India, came straight back, and then went to Greece, came straight back, and then went to LA. But I packed my bag for India before I went to Greece, before I went to LA. So when I came back, I could walk in my house, have it over, my bag was packed. Last year, I went from London to Los Angeles to Miami to Ibiza to Berlin, back to London, back to LA. That's a lot of packing. And I bought these great big bags, and I put my clothes to Berlin in one bag because it's cold. My clothes, Ibiza, it's really hot. Miami in another. And then I have what I call being on stage clothes. And I have complete chill out clothes, but I pack them all. I roll everything, I don't hang it. So for me, traveling is easy. I always have little bands in my case so I can do a workout if I want to. But really it is the organization. When I am organized, I feel good. I'm getting up, I'm going to the airport, I'm going to an event, I'm going to speak on stage. I have everything I need. I've got my stuff to memorize. I've got the stuff I need. I always also pack snacks. That is so important if you're traveling, to have some almonds, to have some really good protein bars, to maybe have some protein powder you can mix up with water. I find that makes my life amazing. Thinking, oh God, I'm so hungry. There's no food. I'm just going to eat jelly beans and chocolate. I always have snacks. Be organized because it makes you feel calm. You don't feel like that, oh my God, I can't find anything. Where's the tickets? Where's the passport? I don't know where it is. When you know where everything is, it makes your life easier. When I arrive in LA, I put all the keys for my London home in my London case. When I get to London, I put the keys to my LA home in my LA case, and I never have to start looking for stuff. I know where everything is, and that took a bit of work, but it has saved me hours and hours and hours of time. And here's another thing that really helps you be organized in the world where we have so many passwords. Pick passwords that are really random and abstract. Don't pick your pet's name, your date of birth. Pick something really wild and unusual, like a combination of 3 different addresses you lived at, and only have 3 passwords. That way, when you get 3 chances to get into what you're getting into, it's easy. Or use LastPass. My company's got bigger and bigger, so now I have LastPass where everything is stored, but I have a unique password for LastPass, and I have a totally different password for my bank, but you could never guess what they were. So if you are organized about not having too many passwords, having some kind of code on your phone that nobody could break that reminds you what your passwords are, having LastPass where your passwords are, having a lockbox outside your house where your keys are. My daughter used to always lose the keys to her house, so one day I taped a set of keys in the tree outside my house. Nobody could have found them, and if they did, they wouldn't know where they were, but that made her life better. Oh, the keys to my house are taped inside my mother's bay tree outside her front door, and that was easy, but now she has a lockbox outside her door. If you keep losing your keys, put them on a massive chain. Think of a way to be organized because you make your life more organized and it makes you easier. You think clearer, you sleep better, you've decluttered your mind, you've decluttered your house. So I can't tell you how much I love being organized. I love putting stuff away. I love knowing where everything is, but that didn't come naturally to me. It didn't come naturally to my husband at all. I had to make myself do it. And it was a piece of work making him do it too. So remember, being organized is a choice. Having lists on your phone, not on a piece of paper. Having reminders that remind you. Having a calendar in your phone and taking the time to look at it and reminding yourself, I need to go there, do that, buy that. When I see something I want now, I just immediately go on Amazon and buy. I don't make a list. I need to go to the shop and get that. I just order it immediately, because it makes my life easier. So affirm that you are becoming super organized. Make a statement, make an intention, make an affirmation. I am organized. I organize my life. I organize myself, and it gives me joy and peace and freedom. Click the link below and elevate your focus and self-esteem with my free I'm Enough meditation. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Check out my next video here. I see all my clients and they all say the same thing. I'm waiting for motivation. You know what? Motivation doesn't go, here I am. I'm motivation. I'm at your door and I've come to motivate you. You are firing new neurons. The mind